Blah Belt.
Jameson Barbosa. This is Jared Degato. We are Muscle Wolf Productions, and this is Nerd Remix.
The great acting will start in 3, 2, 1.
Nerd Remix Radio.
Nerd Remix.
Nerd Remix Radio. Nerd Remix Radio.
Are you here for the feeding?
Nerd Remix.
Nerd Remix Radio.
Nerd Remix. Nerd Remix.
Nerd Remix Radio.
Nerd Remix.
Nerd Remix Radio.
Nerd Remix.
Nerd Remix Radio.
Nerd Remix.
Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
3, and we are live! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Nerd Remix Show. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah! That's the sound I make whenever I ejaculate.
Absolutely. Sounds fantastic.
Yeah, I think that's why girls never call me back for a second date, because the end of the night always ends off with me screaming, like, yeah.
Nice.
So, I think we should tell our fans about what happened, why we haven't had a radio segment in a while.
We had a really good podcast last time, but unfortunately there's some problems with the recording. So.
In other words, either I forgot to press record, or the thing just didn't want to. Because we had like the first, 5 seconds recorded, and that was it?
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, it was horrible. And we had such a long one, too. We had about a 30-minute one or a 20-minute one. And guess what? Sorry, all deleted. Haha, fuck us, right? But I do want to mention something in the video game world. Both yesterday and today, they had the beta for Diablo 3. And while I started playing it, I have yet to make a barbarian character, but I made the 4 other characters just to mess around with them. And I am highly enjoying it. So far, the character that I thought I would hate the most, the monk, ends up being the character that I think is the best.
Oddly enough, me being a non-gaming person, I've actually played and to completion Diablo 1 and 2. So.
Are you going to get 3?
I don't know.
You have to, man. You have to. I mean, come on.
Maybe I will. I don't know. I got all expansion bullshit for it too. So.
Yeah. Well, if you get part 3, you know who to see online, and we can start making our Diablo 3 videos, and then we can, hold hands and make out under bridges. And
What version has the butcher? The big guy with
that's
the
the first one.
Fresh
The
meat.
archdemon Lazarus tricked us. It was a demon called the Butcher. I remember this because I am so excited for Diablo 3 to come out next month that I am replaying the first one.
Cool. I'll have to dig mine up.
Yeah. Oh man. We can try online on that where you move like freaking 5 pixels an hour. You move so slow in that game, I swear.
Yeah, well, I think the reason I liked it is because it reminded me of this old game I used to play, like, probably before you were born or something, in the arcades called, what the fuck was it called? It was kind of a maze game. I can't think of what the hell it's called now.
Did you have to use your hands for it?
No, you had a joystick, and a couple buttons.
So you did have to use your hands for it. That sounds like a baby's toy.
Yeah, pretty much. I forget what the hell it was.
I don't know. So mazes, were there dragons?
They were like ghosts. You could do spells. Fuck, I cannot think of the name of that game, and I know it was pretty popular back in the day.
Yeah, I can't tell you. I have no clue, man.
Yeah, well, maybe it'll come to me. Who knows?
Alright, well, for today, I guess, what do you have to talk about today, man?
Well, when we did the last podcast, I just returned from Horror Hound Weekend in Columbus, Ohio. And I swore when I went to the Cincinnati one a couple years ago that I would never go to another Horror Hound convention, and I should have listened to myself.
Yeah, and you reminded me to remind you not to go back to another one ever again.
Exactly. I mean, we pull up to the venue. It was your first time in Columbus. which is a shorter drive from than Cincinnati or anything like that. So, but it's still 2.5 hour drive. We pull up to the venue, the hotel. There's a line all the way through the lobby, out the door, through the valet parking, and halfway around the building. So I asked the Horror Hound guy, he was in a staff t-shirt. Hey, is that the line for admission? No, that's the line for, what's his name, Reedus.
The guy from Walking Dead.
Reedus. Yeah, Norman Reedus. He plays Daryl on The Walking Dead. There was literally 600 people in line for him.
Crazy, man. I hate standing in lines for people's autograph because, you'll stand in a line, you'll waste about 2 hours in a line, and then you'll finally get to see the person you want to see, and then it's just quick, hey, give me your money. Okay, here you go, bye.
Excuse me, yeah. It, much like the Cincinnati one, the venue was laid out really weird. Part of the thing was like in an addition, it had like a tent roof on it. And I got to hang out with some cool people. I got to meet, finally in person, Jessica Cameron, who is stunning in person as she is on film and everything else. She's a Horror Hottie of the Month. She gave me some more prizes, so we'll be doing that soon. I already sent some out like last week. Lyle Dockstader and Laura Jankuski won NerdRemix prize packs, so we'll have some more stuff with that. I got to hang out with Jad Pictures' Jason Hoover. They put out The Collective and everything else. I ran into Cam Scott and his fiance, hung out with them for a little bit. I got to talk to Blake Powell and the Midnight Mausoleum girls, who were looking great as usual, and got a VHS.
I gotta ask, which Midnight Mausoleum girl do you think is hotter?
Oh man, they're both hot in their own ways. I mean, I'm not gonna pick one or two.
I can pick one.
I will say that Marlena comes off better on film than Robin, because Robin is much hotter in person than she is on film. So
I was about to say, I think Robin's hot.
Yeah, they both are very very attractive.
Oh, if I was only 4 years old, she could be Robin Cradles and not Robin Graves.
Nice.
Poor me. Oh, I have some little news in the good old League of Science.
Oh yeah. Hey, one thing I was going to touch on though, Cassandra Peterson was there. Elvira.
Right? She's everywhere, man.
She was not in costume. I guess she doesn't appear in costume anymore. And it was $35 for an autographed 8x10. And if you pulled your iPhone out and snapped a picture of you and Elvira together, that was another $20.
For my own camera to take my own picture is $20.
Yeah, I also got to hang out with the Muscle Wolf guys, Marv and Jared. They're the one Patrick Desmond that directed Antibodies. He hooked me up with a Blu-ray review copy of that, and I got to meet Kaylee Williams. She's going to be a future Horror Hottie of the Month. I got to meet, I got my picture taken and got to meet Casey Bond, Miss Pretty Poison, who is a NerdRemix Horror Hottie of the Month. Hotties everywhere. And, actually, it wasn't a bad convention. It was just way too crowded. Like I said, laid out, screwed up. So, whatever. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but like I said, I'm looking more forward to City Nightmares next weekend. So.
Alright, yeah, I hate that Elvira doesn't dress up anymore. Whenever I saw her, she was all dressed up, and I couldn't stop looking at her, you know what? I was just like, but she knows she's got them, she knows she flaunts them.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. What's up in the League of Science now?
Oh, well, one, we have a theme song. Ready for it? 1, 2, well, this is my first time hearing it, so if it sucks, sorry. If it's good, please let it be very good. Alright, ready? 1,
sure.
2, 3, bam! Wait.
The League of Science.
There you go.
I just thought of the League of Science right before we started this. I was at the grocery store and I heard Thomas Dolby, She Blinded Me with Science on the intercom at the grocery store. So.
What, she blinded him with science?
You ever heard that song, She Blinded Me with Science?
No, I never heard that song.
You'll have to look it up.
I gotta have somebody do a cover of it. That's pretty funny, actually. Every time I think about it, I think of, what is it, from my heart and from my soul, why don't people understand my invention? Or my creation?
That was Oingo Boingo, right?
Yeah, the Weird Science song.
Yeah, Denny Elfman was in that band. He fronted that band.
I like that song. It's pretty fucking good, man. I like it. And anyway, sorry, for the League of Science, we're starting season 1.5, where we're going to start off with episode 5.5, then go backwards and do 4.5, 3.5, all the way down to episode 0. And why am I taking this approach? Why? Can you take a guess why, Tom?
Because the world is going to end in December?
No, because I'm fucking crazy.
Okay. That was my second guess.
Okay, that's good. Well, as long as you understand. But yeah, why? There's no real reason why. I just think it would be more mysterious if we start at the end, because we all see Dr. DeVocus' character die. So, how about we explain why he died, why he sabotaged? Because the one thing I noticed is that the series went from, episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then at the end of 5, it's like, oh, I'm sabotaging everything, and then episode 6, oh, we're gonna kill you. That's a pretty quick story to, do in like less than a minute, so I'm gonna have a whole season dedicated to it.
I think you should go the Friday the 13th Part 6 route and have the dude from Return of the Living Dead and Arnold Horshack from Welcome Back, Kotter dig Dr. DeVocus up and then stab him with a fence post iron thing, and it gets struck by lightning.
And that's how he should come back in season 2.
Yeah.
I have a few good ideas how he will come back, all of which I won't share to anybody yet, because they're all inside my brain. But one idea I had, which I am definitely not using now, this was an idea I had a while ago, where I just was going to add, season 1.5, just explaining the hell out of everything, and then season 2 will start, and we will, have no explanation at all. Everybody would be back, and everybody would be happy. Sort of like, how cartoons are, where it all ends fucked up, but everybody's happy in the next episode. I was going to do that, but then I decided, I'll just not piss off a whole bunch of people.
You could have the shitty Dr. Loomis thing and say, I shot him 5 times!
I shot him once. It was a materialization of scope. No, I have a few good ideas. And who knows, Dr. DeVocus, he got shot. What makes you think he's coming back, man?
Yeah, true.
Shoot, he might never come back. I just might be doing prequels this whole time. I might go crazy. I might, you don't know what I'm gonna do. I might just George Lucas it up and just remake all the episodes.
Put some CGI in there. Better yet, I heard Michael Bay is thinking about remaking season 1.
Season 1 of, what?
Science.
God, not the League of Science. God damn it. I knew when I signed that contract over to him that...
They could have called it Teenage Alien League of Science.
the Teenage Alien League of Explosions.
Nice. I'm glad it's moving forward well for you.
Yeah, it's going good. We don't have as many views as I'd like to have, but, it'll happen through time. I hope, maybe.
Or through science.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to figure out a way to share this to everybody on their computer all at once. And how shall we use this? We shall use science.
One thing while we're talking about it, I'd like to take the opportunity to apologize to everyone who's linked reviews on our site to their site, because our site's still fucked up.
I know, dude. We did send an email out, right?
Mm-hmm. And it's still Jack. And I'm not buying Yahoo's excuse, because one day it works fine, next day it doesn't. We didn't change anything. Must be on them, right? I know. We didn't do a single thing. We have a page with over 100 reviews, and I can't get into it. I can't change anything. The only thing I can do, which I'm going to start doing soon, but I've been not wanting to do it so bad, is just going in one by one and linking all the frickin' reviews to the YouTube site. You know what the sad part is? Some of mine are on Blip TV, and my older ones, and I can't even remember my password, dude.
Nice. That actually sucks. No, I don't know what's up with the site with the reviews. Like all the other links works fine, but when it comes to the reviews, oh sorry, we can't open these up. And we actually have some darn good reviews in there, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're a filmmaker or an actress or an actor and you want to link one of our reviews, go to our respective YouTube pages and just link it direct to YouTube.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix the site soon enough. It's just gonna take fucking forever. Really long. But
speaking of sites, since we're doing a podcast, they had an article last week on Horror Happy Hour site, and things not to do on a horror podcast. And I think we've only done one or two of them. It says if you're a guy, we don't want to hear your locker room talk and you talking about your balls. And I say every once in a while, Derek and I will start a conversation about our balls or our dicks, but we don't do it all the time. So
yeah, right. This whole conversation has been one big metaphor for my cock.
Absolutely.
All right, well, what else can we do that they said that people usually don't do?
Now, there was a couple things like name dropping, having 10,000 guests from other horror podcasts.
We've name dropped before.
Yeah.
And so 10,000 guests from other podcasts?
Yeah. Say, a podcast that we listen to, if we had that podcaster on our podcast, or like if we guested on somebody else's podcast, nobody wants to just hear a bunch of podcasters. I mean, personally, I wouldn't go on another podcast and talk about our podcast. I would talk about a movie or a franchise or maybe something that I'm doing or something that you're doing, but I wouldn't go on there just to talk about how awesome our podcast is.
Even though our podcast is probably better than their podcast.
When you went on Fubar's podcast and talked about, Batman, it wasn't just one long plug about NerdRemix.com. You actually talked about the subject matter. So I think you slipped under that rule like that, because you didn't just say Nerd Remix, Nerd Remix, Nerd Remix, Nerd Remix,
Unlike you, cameo for any movie at all. Hey, this is Tom, Nerd Remix.
Yeah, I do that in every fucking movie I cameo in. But, I mean, you just sat there and said, I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. I think I did mention who I was, though. I'm from Nerd Remix, I got a little show, and then we just talked about Batman.
And that's fine, you didn't say, well, Michael Keaton, when he was Batman, it reminded me of something we did on Nerd Remix one time. And Nerd Remix, we never had Michael Keaton on Nerd Remix, because, of course, Nerd Remix is not a big website that would have somebody like Nerd Remix. You didn't do that. So.
Yeah, I should have, though, next time. I'll be like,
yes.
You know who's making a new Batman film? Nerd Remix. Why? Because I can fucking say the name of my website again. Gosh darn it.
You should talk about your balls, too.
Oh, yeah. Then I can start name dropping.
Absolutely. Hey, next weekend, speaking of name dropping, next weekend, Motor City Nightmares, dude. It's going to be awesome. A few of the guests have canceled. Most notably would be Doug Bradley. Kind of pissed me off because I really wanted to see Doug Bradley, Pinhead from the Hellraiser movies.
Oh, I got a picture with me and him. I can just show you that just as good, right?
Well, what pissed me off is there was a short line for his table at Horror Hound Columbus, and I purposely did not go over there because I was like, I'm going to see him next month at Motor City Nightmares, and, said William Forsythe canceled.
That sucks. That does suck.
I was hoping to get an interview, but replacements that they brought in, Monique Dupree, they had her last year. She's awesome. She's sexy. She's hot. She's the Nerd Remix Horror Hottie of the Month. She was fun to talk to last year. Took time out. Was really sweet and everything. She's going to be there again this year. And then Michael Berryman. And the next person, I like a lot of his work, but I don't know if I mentioned this before. Bill Moseley. When I met him at Horror Hound Cincinnati in 2010, he was real cool. Talked to me and my daughters and my wife and everything. And then, did a promo for the site and everything. And then he saw my 12-year-old looking at her phone and thought she was taking video of him. And he got really nasty and almost made her cry. So,
Trust me, Bill Moseley, you're not that big of a star. I bet, a lot of people don't really know who he is unless if you're, a big horror fan.
Well, that, and she was a big moment for her because both my daughters are big fans of Repo the Genetic Opera.
Good movie.
They liked him in that, and, I don't know if he's going to come off like that at Motor City. I've always been able to film there. It's always been a real fan-friendly convention. And if I train my camera on him and he's got a problem with it, then, I guess I won't be buying any Bill Moseley movies from now on because the last couple I've seen of him, quite frankly, haven't been that good.
Oh, God. Have you seen that one fucking film, that one goddamn film he made, where he replaced Robert Englund's role pretty much,
2001 Maniacs.
Yeah.
His heart was in it, but Robert Englund owned that role in the first one, so you can't shoehorn somebody else in there.
No, oh God, that film was fucking horrid. 2001 Maniacs, filled of screams. Okay, I did not like the first one, but after watching this, I have a new respect for the first one.
I enjoyed the first one. I really enjoyed the original Herschel Gordon Lewis one, and I thought the first one, was a really good remake of it,
With the sequel, oh my God, dude, what the fuck was everybody thinking? It was just, me and my friend tried to watch it, okay, we had to have alcohol, and we still couldn't finish it. We were like, this is so bad. But it's Tim Sullivan. He's made a few things which I'm just like, what? Like, his segment in Chillerama was easily the worst segment in Chillerama.
See, I like that, but, I don't know, I guess homosexual people fascinate me, but...
Well, that's not the part which, made me feel like that. It's just, it was just boring. I mean, okay, the homosexual eroticness or whatever, okay, fine. But at least have something happen. Every other segment had just shit happening all the time, like Wadzilla, my favorite, Diary of Anne Frankenstein.
Yeah, that was a good movie, and I will say that, Curse of the Teenage Werebear, or whatever, I Was a Teenage Werebear, is probably the weakest segment in it. I gotta give him props for what he was trying to go for. I mean, he was trying to go for like one of those 50s fucking beach bingo musical type of fucking, films, and I think he did that, but I don't think the story was there. I think he was trying too much to set a mood than he was trying to tell a story.
It just sort of felt... I mean, I could see the mood. I saw what they were doing. It's just... the end product just wasn't that great. Just for me. Now the end product of the movie as a whole was great.
Speaking of movies that a lot of people shit on, that I thought was great, you said you had some respect for him for some of the other stuff he's done, but I watched a movie recently, and I've been deliberately avoiding it because a lot of people told me it wasn't that good. And I watched it, and I thought it was fucking fantastic. It very much kept the same mood of isolation, hopelessness, and paranoia that the first movie did, and that was the Thing prequel.
Oh, I saw the Thing prequel. I had one complaint about the Thing prequel. Just one.
Yeah.
No, the CGI didn't bother me. The CGI was actually, it worked in the film, I mean, what did I expect? Them to go back and do what John Carpenter did, No, I didn't expect that.
Routine with the practical effects on the first one. I thought that if I had one complaint, it was there was too many effect shots in it.
That's almost... My complaint is they don't build any suspense on who is the Thing. It's like, one of us could be the Thing. 2 minutes later, here I am,
Well, I think they kind of did with the fillings in the bathroom, and I don't know.
But then it was explained like 5 seconds, like I said, like 2 minutes later. They didn't build it up at all.
Yeah, and they did end up kind of devolving into the same method that they used to figure out who the Thing was in the first one. They didn't actually heat a wire and stick it in some blood, but it was, pretty similar to that, but it was the same creature they were fighting against. So. I love the way during the credits that it shoehorned perfectly into the beginning of the old film. I thought that was great.
Oh yeah, people should definitely not bitch about this movie too much because it's not that bad. It's actually decent. It's a fun watch. I could sit down and just watch it. It's fun, and it's not like I'm going to watch it and be like, blasphemy.
You know, it was one of the movies where you grab a couple beers and every once in a while you just realize you got this big smile on your face and you're like, wow, that was fucking cool.
Yeah, and also, if anybody's interested, we have an interview with the writer of this film, Eric. I'm going to mess up his last name. Eric Hesserer. Oh man, sorry, Eric, but I, for the love of God, cannot pronounce your last name. I have it staring at me. But anyway, we have an interview with him on the website. Just go to the interview sections and you'll see an interview with me and Eric. Is that another thing people shouldn't do on podcasts, is mispronounce somebody's name and then just go with it?
Could be, I don't know.
I don't know, because, I mean, I guess we should know what we're talking about, but, I just can't pronounce it. I'm sorry. And God forbid if I can pronounce this director's name. Here, I'll even send you the director's name, and we'll take turns trying to pronounce it. Sounds good?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, you'll be first. Let me see. All right, here. Bam. Try and pronounce that. I can pronounce his middle name, Von.
Matthias Van Heiningen?
Junior. Yeah, don't forget the junior. Alright, I would say Matthias Van... What, H-E-I? So, man, I don't know. Engine? the little Mathis is the little engine that could. I don't know. I give up, man.
Just call him Matt something Norwegian.
Yeah. What do you think about the lead role in the thing?
I can't think of the actress's name right now.
Mary Winston.
Yeah, she did a good job. I mean, I thought everything was ably acted, and like I said, it really captured the feel of John Carpenter's The Thing, which actually wasn't the first thing. So kind of like the prequel to the remake, I guess, is what you'd call it. But yeah, I thought it was a really good film. I thought it was well crafted. I had a couple complaints, but man, it was 200% better than I had heard.
Oh yeah, definitely. I heard it was total utter garbage. I saw it and I'm like, really? This is not bad per se. I mean, it's definitely not on my top list, but what is these days? For what it is, it's probably one of the better, if not the best, horror film of 2011.
Yeah, you know what? I was, sorry, I'm eating sunflower seeds as we're doing this. I was buying some Blu-rays and stuff yesterday, and I saw a movie that I was like, man, I wouldn't say it's one of my top 10 films of all time, but it's definitely a movie I really like, and nobody's seen it. And I saw it on Blu-ray, and I should have bought it, but I already have it on DVD, and that is Rob Zombie's The Haunted World with all Super Beast stuff. I thought that was a great movie.
I've seen it. If you want my truthful opinion, maybe the first time I saw it, I wasn't in the good mood, but I just found it to be utterly stupid. Like, everything was just so damn retarded to the max.
I think it was kind of supposed to. I think that's kind of what he was shooting for, but...
Well, I mean, obviously, but I did like some of the... I like the references, but, you can only take a film so far with references.
True. And, that's a lot of people's big complaint with Rob Zombie, but hey, he grew up watching horror movies like he's probably a famous Monsters and Fangoria kid. So, of course he's going to wear his influences on his sleeve. I mean, what can you do now that hasn't been done?
I'm actually a pretty big fan of Rob Zombie, especially, Halloween 2, freaking his Werewolf Women of the SS, Devil's Rejects, House of a Thousand Corpses. I'm actually excited for his newest film coming out called The Lords of Salem. Oh, hey, guess who plays in The Lords of Salem?
Like everybody, but go ahead.
just take a guess of one actress who plays in it. You won't guess.
One actress?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know Peter Brady's in it.
Sherry Moon Zombie.
No kidding.
Who would have fucking thought, right?
Yeah. Speaking of Devil's Rejects, man, I told you I'm going to Motor City next weekend. I'm kicking myself in the ass for never buying one of those. Have you ever seen them? It's the horizontal, huge coming soon poster for the Devil's Rejects. They had like the Last Supper on the front of it with all the characters.
I never seen that actually. I definitely have to look it up.
It's badass. It says the Devil's Rejects. It's got all the characters posted like the Last Supper. And then at the bottom it says Go to Hell, Summer, 2000.
Found it.
Yeah, it's badass.
Oh, I've seen this. Yeah.
They're really expensive now to get original one. Nobody's making reprints that I know of. But at Motor City next weekend, there's so many of the cast there. I mean, even though William Forsythe canceled, you got Ken Faree, you got Bill Moseley, you got Sid Haig, you got PJ Souls, you got Michael Berryman. I mean, there's a lot of people that were in Devil's Rejects. It's going to be there, and it kind of pisses me off because I should have got a poster a long time ago and started having people sign it. You know what I mean?
Well, you could have almost had a full poster. All right, here's a question. How do you feel about the Walking Dead cast going to conventions?
Why not? I mean, usually the ones like Rick doesn't go to them, and the broad that plays Parent of the Year, Lori. By the way, I'm tired of seeing all the fucking. They were funny at first, but all the fucking internet memes about Lori's parenting skills. Give it a rest, people. But anyway, you never see them at any conventions. But like last year, I think Warhound Indianapolis, they had most of the principal cast besides those two, and that's great. I guess fucking Norman Reedus. I guess he was really cool to everybody, really gracious, and hey, if they're making some extra cash, fuck it,
Yeah, true that. What about, have you checked out the Human Centipede Part 2 yet?
Yes, I have. There's a review on the site for me.
Oh, yeah. I was just asking because it's available on stream now. So for those who haven't seen it, they can stream it. I've been trying to figure out if I really want to stream it. I know I listened to your review, but God forbid, I can't remember if you liked it or not. I think you did.
It didn't live up to the hype. It was pretty creepy, and I think it went over the top, but I think that's what Tom Six was trying for. Now, speaking of, there's an homage of sorts to the Human Centipede in Berdinsky's new short, New Armageddon, a Mark Anvil thriller.
I remember New Armageddon. That's a pretty good one. Sadly, we can never get our our schedules right. We've been wanting to get Berdinsky on the podcast for a while, but I keep forgetting to ask, and then when I do ask, he's busy that weekend. And then God forbid if we actually do it and I forget to record.
He'll be at Motor City next weekend, so I'm sure we'll do some stupid shit on camera.
Nice, good. So I guess we should wrap this up unless if we have anything else to say.
I do want to say I'll be at Motor City Nightmares Saturday next week, and if you see me, you recognize me, come up to me and say NerdRemix kicks ass, and if I still have prizes left, you will get a prize.
Woo! Free prizes, and I think that's good enough to be the words of wisdom. If you see this man, approach him, and he will give you a prize.
You gotta say the words though.
What? What words? My words
The
of
Fritz the Pigs, isn't that what fucking radio stations call it or whatever? That's really lame phrase and paste. But say NerdRemix kicks ass, and you will likely get an autographed photo of some sort.
Yes, NerdRemix does kick ass. Thank you for listening.
Enjoy, bitches.
Enjoy.